Hello everybody again, it's Kingfisher UK here. This is a Boxmag review of the new MCS Boxmag. I am running it on my 2016 spec 468. So that means it's got a two-piece upper and a plastic javelin bolt. So I do have a younger model with the metal javelin bolt, but I don't really want to run it on that one, so I'm running it on this. First half of the video is just a review of what I think of the Boxmag, and then the second half is me showing you the problems that I've got with it on the 468 I'm running it on. Alright, enjoy the first half. Alright then, the new MCS Boxmag. I've had it a good couple of months now, got it just before Seni, they shipped it across for me straight from America. Came quite quickly, it turned up the weekend before Seni. It'd have been nice if it had turned up a couple of weekends before, so I had a bit of time to get it run up, get some of the teething problems that I've had out of it. I'm still having a few issues with it, even with the settings set as they are now. I've actually had to put this thing at setting 3 on both settings, so on the motor speed and the sound sensitivity. They are both at 3 to get it running reasonably on the 468. I definitely recommend you read the instructions before if you are going to go out and buy one of these. Don't just expect it to run straight away like I did. It's going to take a little bit of love and care to get it to the the right settings and everything to get it running right. I really recommend you take it down to your local walk on site, spend a good morning or an afternoon just making it run right. Just what she's gonna do. If she does something like at the end of this video, I'm showing you a few things that I've had problems with. It stops feeding with the anti-chop on the 468, but I'm getting round it, so it's not too bad. First impressions, it's nice. Really does set the platform off that I'm putting this thing on. The assault rifle that I wasn't using as much anymore. I got a pod for it, and I got a grab handle for it. And when this thing goes on, it does look the part. So yeah, I do like that. The looks look really well. I do wish there was a little bit more sort of space in the box itself, if you can see in there, which you can see in there quite nicely. So yeah, I wish there was a bit more sort of capacity in there. It would be nice, but hey ho, it just is what it is. So the inside then. Now I did watch a couple of reviews when this first came out about the internals of the box. To be honest, the bit that annoys me is the back bit, so the battery housing here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's actually there's a round just in here that is actually stuck in the back that I can't get out because it's swollen, and I don't want to pop it because it'd be an absolute nightmare. I know it's going to pop at some point when I don't get it out, but it's a little bit of a nightmare. If they 3D printed something for the back of the battery casing that just covers up these holes with a slight slope on feeding the rounds into the actual feeder, great. That would be the only improvement I'd probably want there, as well as capacity. This front bit, not bothered about it. It's absolutely great. You can put 20-25 rounds in there easy, and I'm using that as like a reserve tank on your car, so when I'm out of paint totally, I know I've got a small number of rounds in there. You do have to shake up and out and into the feeder, but it's going to get you out of a situation at some point when you're out of paint and you suddenly think, oh yeah, I've still got them in there. You can stay in the position that you're in until you get reinforced, or you take that player out that's harassing you before you go and reload and re-air and do whatever you need to do. So this bit I'm not bothered about at all. What else? The games that I'm running this at, you were only allowed to carry 375 rounds anyway. So that's the Boxmag full of paint and 3 to 4 50 shot pods that'll fill this back up, and then you're out of paint. The company that I do quite a lot of my big events at, they don't want these Boxmags altering the play, if you see what I mean, because if everybody's running around with one of these on, it's going to turn itself into a speedball match at the end of the day, and it'll be whoever's got the most capacity will win. So they'll just spray and spray and spray, and that's not the point about mag-fed paintball. You've got a limited number. It's all about tactics, moving, skill, camouflage, and the rest of it. So that's why they're limiting these to 3 to 5 per side at each event. So, you know, hopefully I'll be able to run one of these a couple of times next year. I'll run this one, should I say, a couple of times next year. Get her up and running, because I did use her a bit at Senny before she started playing up, because she did play up quite badly at Senny. And I was doing some really good suppression work, keeping people's heads pinned in buildings, just, you know, raining paint on them so my team could move forward. And that's the whole point of these bad boys. I hope you've liked this little section of the review. There will be the back half of the video. I'm showing you the little problems that I have had with it so far and how I'm getting over it. And I'll let you get on with the back end of the video. Right then, so this part of the video is me test firing it again at the my local Warcom. I'd had some big problems at one of the big events of the year. Pretty much ruined it. So I decided to give it a go down at my local Warcom. Now, the first thing I did was I preloaded the mag well before I even put the Boxmag in with 3 rounds. It ran pretty well. I've already put about 150 rounds through it. The paint that I am using at the minute is Tomahawk, and it is crap, to be honest. It's deformed, so I was trying to make it not run. All the paint that I put through it did run through it. The anti-chop device didn't stop anything running through, or, you know, shape or size or breakage. You know, it didn't stop it that way. There was no problem with the paint. There was a couple of breaks in the barrel, because I was just ramming it through as fast as I can. But I seem to be having small issues when I've stopped using it and then fill it. Because in theory you shouldn't have to recock it again, because you've still got rounds in there, and it should just run. So it does that. Now I'll cock it again, and she'll run every now and, you know, and then it'll do it again. So at the minute I'm just using the rotor at the bottom, the manual rotor, to make sure it's fed properly, to make sure there hasn't been a little gap in the feed. So you can see I've cocked it 3 times now, and then she'll start running again. This is just the boys paying high attention to the Boxmag, because quite a lot of people haven't seen it yet. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, don't get me wrong. I wish it would run a little bit better. I think once I refine down, once it does this, I should be able to sort the problem in under 15 seconds. So what I'm probably going to start doing is maybe cock it twice, forget about rotating the manual arm underneath, so you know if it's actually got any balls in the feeder itself. See, it's running fine now. It's just every now and again it'll just stop. Right at the end of this video you'll see I'll have another problem with it where it stops. You see it's getting quite low in the middle again. That seems to be where I'm having issues. When she starts getting empty, she starts being a bit funny on the 468. It might be because it's new and it just wants, you know, bedding in like any gun. The Boxmag might just want bedding in. It might just want running in a little bit more. That's Jason I'm talking to at the minute. He's now got that's his brand new 468. So that's the new spec 468. So there you go. It's just all of a sudden stopped firing again after I've reloaded it. Now you can tell that some of the balls are a bit out of shape, but you know, once it is going, it's firing, it's fine. And this is the same problem I was having at Seni, and the paint was perfect. So I've tried cocking it now a couple of times, tried the arm underneath again. So at this point I decide, right, take the magwell off, take the Boxmag off, sorry, check the magwell. So I check the magwell and I noticed there's only 2 rounds in there, there's like a little gap, so I'll put another round in. I've done this already, and as soon as I do that, put the mag back on, cock it, she starts running perfectly again. I have done that 3 or 4 times now, and it starts running perfectly. There you go, it's running perfectly. So I put about 400 rounds through, and it did that 3 times. Hope you've enjoyed this little tidbit on how to sort out a few of your problems, and I'll catch you all laters.